What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Hope all is well with you. Now, guys, I want to take a few minutes to give you my thoughts and my views on the whole Jonathan Majors conviction. Many of you might know the conviction came down. He was indeed found guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and a non-criminal charge of harassment. He was also acquitted. He was acquitted on another assault charge and one count of aggravated harassment. That would be showing that he had the intention of hurting his then girlfriend, Grace Jabari. They're saying that he didn't have that intention, but he was also found guilty of reckless assault, meaning I guess she just ended up getting hurt as a result of his actions, even though he didn't set out to hurt her. At least that's my opinion of it. I'm not some lawyer dude that's on YouTube, so that's just my understanding. You guys can get in the comment section. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. But anyway, a lot of people are outraged. They feel like he shouldn't have been convicted of anything. He should have been found innocent. Honestly, I don't think this dude is going to be doing any real jail time anyway. Probably none whatsoever. Might have to attend the program here or there. But anyway, this has not stopped the outrage. And honestly, I'm surprised people are not running up and down the block, rioting and looting and all of that stuff. Shh, don't want to give anybody any ideas. But anyway, so people are acting anyway like they care so much about Jonathan Majors. Oh, Jonathan. I heard people say, pray for Jonathan. Oh, why? Why would I be praying for Jonathan Majors? I don't know him. Let me tell you guys something. I don't get emotionally caught up in the goings on and the shenanigans of celebrities. You guys must understand, these people are not us. They lead totally different lives on totally different planes. You might think that you're relating to him because he's a black man, but ultimately he's a black man who is bought and paid for. All right. Now he got fired from Marvel. All right. But he's in Hollywood, and they have this way of protecting their investments until they don't need them anymore. That's something that a lot of us, we can't relate to. We don't deal with that type of stuff. So then they're on a whole different level. So I don't really get myself caught up in that, right? But I do think that it's very, very interesting to see all of these people getting so emotional about this and getting so passionate about this. And this means so much to them. And I'm just like, seriously? Look, let me just start off by saying this. You guys might remember I did a video a while back talking about why black people love dead black men, right? And the best I could come up with, right? Because you looked at, how everybody felt about Chadwick Boseman, and who could forget, of course, George Floyd, and Trayvon Martin and all of these people. We love them. We erect murals to them, daycare centers in their name and all of this stuff. We love them. And I was saying, the best I can come up with is that black people love dead black men because once we're dead, we get to stand for everything that people want us to stand for. They're not interested in what comes out of our mouths. This is obvious by how a lot of you react to my videos. I get to be a coon. I get to be a Sambo. I get to be a minstrel because I talk about my opinion. Nobody cares about that. But let me get my black ass killed by the cops. I would make one damn good one damn good mural, and I would stand for everything that people want me to stand for. And I just got to thinking the Jonathan Majors case is the same thing. People are supporting him, but do they really care about Jonathan Majors? I don't think they do. And I have some proof for you, okay? Here's my proof, right? Jonathan Majors, all right? No matter how you might feel, about what happened to him and everything like that, one thing is clear to me. That Jonathan Majors is a man who needs help, okay? I have not seen anyone, I've not seen any video, I've not seen any article from so-called black concerned people talking about, are you okay? Remember a few years ago we had the You Good Bruh initiative where we were talking about protecting black men's mental health and, mental state of being and all of that. You okay, bruh? You okay? You need to talk about it? I don't know what happened to that, but it's no longer around anymore, but the obligation is still there for us because as black men, if we don't care about each other and our mental state of being, shit, nobody else is, nobody else will, right? But Jonathan Majors, if you look at the text messages that he sent to his then girlfriend, Grace Jabari, You guys might know where I'm going with this. One of the things that he said, and to my knowledge, the text messages have not been proven to be inaccurate. I don't see anybody, going against that. I don't see anybody questioning that or anything like that or trying to disprove that. So I'm going to go into the assumption that the text messages that were entered into evidence in a court of law were true. It disturbs me that Jonathan Majors said, and I quote, "I am a monster. I'm a horrible man, not capable of love. I am killing myself soon. I've already put things in motion." These were the words of Jonathan Majors. That's pretty disturbing when you think about that. Why would that man call himself a monster? Why would he say he's not capable of love? It's heartbreaking to think that anyone would feel this way, but you don't hear anyone expressing concern about that. Jonathan Majors, are you okay? Are you okay, bruh? Are you going to be okay throughout all of this? Where's the outpouring of concern about that man's emotional and mental well-being? I don't know, but all of these people who claim to care about him, you don't see anything like that. Ironically, the then girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, replied with, "Jonathan, you can't say this. I'm going to have to call someone. Call someone." Not to arrest him, but she's talking about calling someone to help him when he's in this state of, I guess, desperation, of self-doubt, of depression. Looked like she was looking out for him. The white girl was looking out for him. It's more than any of you are doing. I must say that, because I don't see anyone questioning this. I don't see anyone being concerned about this. But once again, this goes back to what I was saying before. The only people that I see expressing so-called concern about Jonathan Majors are the ones that want to use this case to show a few things. Number one, why you shouldn't be dating that white girl. That's the reason why this has happened to you. Leave those white girls alone. Or, look at what happened. Black man running. He can't even run from something without people arresting him or being found guilty. It's racism. It's white supremacy, man. It's systematic racism. They trying to keep us down. So once again, you have people using this black man to further their own agenda. In this way, are we any better than the Hollywood that we criticize? When we say that they try to use us as well, they try to use us in furthering their agenda. We do the same thing. Nobody gives a shit about Jonathan Majors, really. If you did, you'd be wondering how this man can get some help. Because if you ask me, what Jonathan Majors needs to do right now, everyone's talking about he's finished in Hollywood and stuff like that. Jonathan Majors should be encouraged to face his demons, to see what's going on with me. Why would I call myself and identify myself as a monster? Why would I say that I can't have love? I'm incapable of love. Why would you want to end your life? A talented actor, Jonathan Majors is. And I knew this from the moment I saw him in The Five Bloods, the Spike Lee movie with Chadwick Boseman, ironically. And also The Harder They Fall. He gave great performances in these movies. I knew he was talented. I knew he was the next best thing. He's got so much to live for. But here he is talking about, I have made plans to kill myself. There's something wrong, but we don't encourage each other to look deeper into ourselves. We don't encourage each other to be okay. We don't care until something terrible happens. The best thing that ever happened for the legacy of George Floyd was that he got killed by a white man. Because otherwise, he just would have gone on and just lived his life being a fuck up, being a screw up and everything. And he just would have been one more dead nigger and nobody would have questioned anything about it. No one even knew who he was. No one cared. But you know something? I watched the video of George Floyd right up until the time that he died. That man was traumatized. You could clearly see that he had emotional problems. He talked like a baby, like a little boy, like he was scared. You could see that he had been through some stuff. But nobody cares. Nobody cares about what black men go through. Nobody cares about what men go through in general. But definitely not black men. George Floyd gets to be the butt of the joke, And why? Why? Because no one cares about understanding him past how they can use him For some people, George Floyd is a symbol of the hypocrisy of the black community. You know, the hypocrisy of Black Lives Matter, Benjamin Crump, all that stuff. And to other people, George Floyd is a martyr. You know, he is a poster boy for police brutality and police relations with the community. But nobody cares about what that man had been through. That's what I'm saying when I say that the best thing that ever happened to his legacy is that he got killed by a white man, because nobody cared about him before that. Nobody cared about the trauma that he had clearly been through. You can hear it in his voice before he died. That man was terrified of life, of whatever it was that he's been through. You know, he victimized other people. He had been through some stuff, and he wasn't a perfect man. You know, everyone knows this. Did he deserve to die? I don't believe he did. I think that it's a shame that he did. I'm not going to get into who was at fault, what drugs he was taking, all of that stuff. Everyone's got their own opinions about that. But once that man is dead, you can make him to be whatever you want him to be. And it's the same thing with Jonathan Majors. Nobody cares about him. Nobody cares about his well-being. Jonathan Majors, are you okay? You should get help. You should go public with it, because black men are not encouraged to do this. We're not. A few months ago, maybe even last year, it was a while ago, I did a video talking about the way I was brought up. You know, I didn't have a terrible childhood, but I was talking about some of the trauma that I went through and how I was made to believe that I was a mistake in this life. A lot of you saw that video. A lot of you were very encouraging to me. You said some great things to encourage me. But I did get some comments telling me to shut up. You know, what are you crying on video for? You know what I mean? We don't care about each other, man. We don't. Nobody wanted to hear about it, but I was talking about it because I know that other people go through it as well. So I didn't want other people to think that they were alone. And that's not just black men. I had white guys come on to my video too, talking about what they had been through and how they felt that it was refreshing to be able to talk about it where they felt they could relate to somebody. You know, that's what I'm here for. But of course, like I said, time after time after time, we prove that we don't really love each other. All we care about is sticking it to white people. And this is what I talk about. It's unhealthy. The unhealthy obsession of being all up in white people's asses, to the point where we don't even look out for ourselves because we see ourselves as black first before human. And this is something that I talk about all the time. You have to lead with your humanity in order to really see yourself, in order to really know yourself. But we don't do that. If we did, we'd be asking Jonathan Majors, are you okay? What can we do to help Jonathan Majors and people like him? Oh, Mark, we rather concentrate on white people. We rather concentrate on white people. You're a coon, Mark. You're a coon. Like I care. I get this in every comment section. Whenever I try to talk to black people and I tell you that I love and I respect you enough to tell you the truth, it doesn't matter. You zero in on what you think you disagree with. So it cancels out the whole rest of the message and you get to call me colorful names. And this is what we do, you know? But anyway, like I said, this unhealthy obsession is just going to be the fucking end of us, you know, ultimately. Because if we can't get in touch with our humanity, if we can't get in touch with who we are, back in the day, they used to carry signs that said, I am a man. It didn't say, I am a black man. I am a man. And if we can't do that, then the battle is lost, man. The battle that we even have for ourselves is lost. So, you know, those are my views on the Jonathan Majors thing. I'm not going to stand here or sit here and be outraged. I'm just outraged because of the racism, the white supremacy, and how, you know, this is the result of him dating a white girl and, you know, all of this stuff, you know, or whether or not he's an angel and all that stuff. It's a waste of time. But for those of us who are wise, for those of us who pay attention, the real issue here is, are we okay? And in a lot of cases, we're just not. And we really have to start looking at this, man. We really have to start identifying it. But anyway, like I said, those are my thoughts. All right, you guys can get in the comments section. I'm pretty sure I didn't go in the direction that a lot of you expected me to, but what the hell? When do I ever, right? So you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. I thank you guys once again for being here. And I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for those who have been moved to send me super thanks. I really do appreciate that. So thank you guys. And I will catch you on the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on. Close. Get out of here.